It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why.
Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
The tacos have returned to us.
Oh my God. It's a miracle, I think, because it has been what? How many weeks has it been since we last uploaded an episode? I think the last episode we uploaded was on the last week of November. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the JavaScript.
Woo!
We have wait, where's our applause? Oh, there it is. Yeah, woo! That's right. The live studio audience has also returned to our live studio.
I was going to say, what do you mean, where's the applause? They're right in front of us.
Oh my God. Well, I was asking them directly. I was saying like, hey, audience members, where is our applause? Obviously,
That's
we
fair.
deserve it. Yeah.
That's fair. I can understand that.
Yeah. So, well, okay. And the reason why we haven't been, podcastinating recently is because we've been podcast-focusing.
No, it's because we've been saving the world.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, how are you possibly saving the world in that little blue box that I see outside your door?
Did the world end?
I mean, it didn't.
Exactly. So it worked.
Okay. I feel like that's a straw man argument, but you know what? Whatever. And speaking of straw man, Wicked, have you guys seen it?
I have not.
No? Okay.
No.
Shame on you, Nick. Okay. So
I mean, I've never seen the play either, so.
that's okay. That's fair. Yeah,
But I have seen Wizard of Oz.
So at least you know the context. Okay, you know the initial context, I guess.
Well, isn't it making the Wicked Witch of the West into being a more like
Yeah, it's
likeable
about
character?
like her origin story. Essentially,
She's a tragic character rather
yes, a
than
tragic.
just being a villain.
She describes herself as beautifully tragic.
Interesting.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Anyway,
I don't know. I'm not here to kink shame.
okay.
She could be beautiful to some people.
I mean, so spoilers, Nick. There's a character named Fiero in the. It's not a Ford Fiero, but
Figaro.
yeah, it's he's a character who falls in love with Elphaba, which is the name of the Wicked Witch of the West. And
Is
I
his
guess
last name Rocher?
no, it's not Fiero Rocher. No, And we're back already. Can you tell that we never like changed or like evolved or left or anything?
No.
No.
The only difference is that I haven't had any espresso today. That's the only difference.
Ooh, is that gonna be a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. If I fall asleep before the end of the episode, we'll know.
You're just halfway through the episode and you're just like,
What's
dude,
that
I'm
noise?
looking at your TV right now. Is that a TARDIS right there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. That's
You obviously don't watch the Roku loading screen as much as I do.
Yeah, I don't. Is this like all movie references?
Yeah, so like there's a James Bond car
TV
that goes
show.
past. That's the Ghostbusters car in that building.
Yep, of course.
I don't know what that one's meant to be. But obviously in the background you've got like a robot destroying the town and stuff
There's
like
also
that.
that clock tower from Back to the Future. You guys
Yep.
can't see any of this, but
There's the Daily Planet building, there's the
Yeah.
Avengers Tower.
I guess if you can like look up. Yeah, there's the Avengers Tower also. If you look up Roku loading screen, I guess on YouTube, you can probably see it.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, so we never left, right? We're just back here as usual. So
Gerard actually came in and just opened a door in the recording studio and just wheeled me out.
yeah, that's true.
It's time to come back out again.
Yeah, pretty much. He didn't want to record an episode today, but I had to force him because some of our fans are about to riot. Apparently,
Yeah, we have to save the world.
yes.
So,
That's why we're doing this. So today we are actually not going to spin the wheel because we thought it would be appropriate, right? Since this is our first episode of the year, to look through our Spotify Wrapped, or in this case, since neither of us have Spotify,
Yeah.
our Apple Music Replay. I know a lot of people hate Apple Music Replay.
oh really?
Yeah, they do. They're like, oh, it's not as good as Spotify Wrapped. And I'm like, in my opinion, right? Why are you like basing it off of like, people's preferences on
Yeah.
which, I mean, it's the same thing, right? It recaps your year in music, right? And listening to music, like how many hours you listened and stuff like that. just on different apps.
It's just less specific as like, oh, for 166 minutes in March, you listen to The End of the World by REM because you were going through a breakup or something like that.
Right,
like,
exactly.
It's a little bit less specific, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I don't want to be remembered with the sad moments I had in February or whatever.
Precisely.
You know? Like,
yes. And look, not everyone prefers Spotify, right?
Absolutely.
And both Nick and I have Apple Music, so
and I have rather strong opinions about Spotify.
Yes. You know what's funny? We're actually the platform that we're uploading this podcast on is called Spotify for Creators.
But we love that version of Spotify.
Yes, we
that
love
part
you,
of Spotify.
Spotify. Please sponsor us. And if we get enough listeners, I think it's something like 2,000 listeners, and there's also like a couple other requirements, then we can enter the Spotify creator program and start earning. So we love you, Spotify, but just in the creator area. Yeah. I'm sorry, but we're not going to read off the Spotify Wrapped.
But that's fine. Until I release my remix of It's Raining Tacos, we don't have to worry about it.
I'm sorry? Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this? Okay. Spoilers.
That's going to be for like a 10,000 subscriber special or something. So I've got a long time to think about this.
So probably check back with us in 30 years. Maybe we'll get 10,000 subscribers based on the rate
everybody,
that
I'm going to release my song.
And
on my laser guitar.
30 years, you're going to be like 60, right?
Oh, God, that's depressing. Yeah, 65. Jesus.
I will be 55. Okay, so Nick and I have this running joke, right? I think it's a running joke between all of his friends, right? That where basically the younger people around him, he teases and says, "Oh, you're turning like 5 next year, right?"
Oh, you're 18. Congratulations.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm another year older. I refer to something like in my age.
Oh, you're just about to graduate from high school?
Yeah. Yeah, he does that. He does that.
Hey,
and
Nick,
what are
do you want to
gonna
go out for a drink? You're not old enough to drink. What are you talking about?
What if I turned it on its head to you, Nick, and say, "Hey, are you sure you're old enough to stand up?
Are you ready for the nursing home?
Yeah, are you ready for the nursing home?"
Oh, I've already been checked into that for a long time.
Oh yeah, okay. Have you made some friends in the nursing home? Are you attracted to like Beth, who's in a wheelchair? Are you going to ask her out?
Bethany.
Anyway, we've been going on for almost 10 minutes, 7.5 minutes.
This isn't bad for us. 7.5 minutes, and we're about to start the episode.
Yeah, here's the thing, though, Nick. That's 1/3 of our episode length.
But here's the other thing. It's okay because we already know what yours is. Not just because we've already done yours, but because we could have predicted what yours was going to be anyway.
Yes.
And it came out to be true. Yeah. Number 1 was Taylor Swift. And if you look at it, there's a section where it breaks it down by most listened to artists by month. January, February, March, April, all the way through to December was Taylor Swift.
Well, not exactly. Because, okay, so we were, because predictably, my Apple Music replay is mostly Taylor Swift. And then for some reason, around March, I was listening to Eminem, right?
But specifically the album Godzilla.
The album Godzilla. No, I think that album is called Music to be Murdered By.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
that album is
Godzilla?
that album is not called Godzilla, just the song. But yeah, for some reason, right? I was listening more to Eminem in March than I was to Taylor Swift. But moving on past that, right? We already all knew what my top artist is going to be. So we're going to just do mostly Nick's stuff because my top artist is Taylor Swift. Some of my other artists, which I don't listen to nearly enough, as Nick saw.
Oh, it was what, like 117,000 minutes with Taylor Swift? And
it was only 12,000 minutes.
And then it was like 8.6 minutes was everything else. I might have got my decimals off a little bit there.
No. So I had about 12,000 minutes of listening to Taylor Swift, and then the next one, like the second one, was like 800 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't listen to enough other artists, but a lot of them are usually Filipino groups, OPM music.
Is that what I thought? I thought OPM was some sort of like...
Original Philippine music.
I thought it was some sort of Broadway term.
Oh my God.
Because you also listen to soundtracks. So I thought OPM was some sort of term that I'd never heard.
Oh my God. Yes, I do listen to show tunes. I listen to a lot of Broadway music, especially now with Wicked releasing. That's one of my most listened to stuff. But yeah, so I do listen to other people. So I do have like Ed Sheeran on there. I have Train and other people. But basically, my music taste is generic pop. You know, I don't really listen to a lot of other stuff. Sometimes country and a lot of times OPM as well, but not really a lot.
Well, I think with yours, because we were talking about this a little bit, I think with yours, the country that they're using is a little bit broad because it's not like, you know, oh, I lost my tractor and, you know, I'm going to go to the saloon and drink a bunch of whiskey with my cowboy hat and stuff
and
like
you
that.
also forget that Taylor Swift used to be a country
Exactly.
musician. Yeah.
So I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yes,
because it's
pretty
like
much.
with me, the country that I listen to is like Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker.
Okay.
You know, Take Me Home, Country
Country
Roads.
Roads.
You know, all the stereotypical ones. I'm not
Yeah.
sitting there, you know, downing shots of whiskey in my tractor.
Okay.
You know, like
Are you sure about that? Sometimes you do. Maybe. I don't know. I'm
for the
not going to
occasion.
judge your drinking habits, Nick. I mean, okay. But yeah.
He looks judgingly over at my alcohol.
I mean, okay. You can't say that you don't have a drinking obsession or even a habit without, addressing the fact that you have an entire cabinet, or is that like a desk,
It's like a cart
a cart? Yeah, something like.
organizer.
Yeah, so an organizer of sorts with a bunch of, for some reason, rubber ducks and alcohol.
Oh, so the Rubber Ducks, so there's a brewery in Vegas called Atomic Brewing.
Okay.
And if you get a flight of beer, they give you a Rubber Duck.
Shout out to Atomic Brewing.
Yeah, and the Rubber Ducks.
Sponsor us, please.
Please give us a supply of the Rubber Ducks.
I mean, is that what you want? Like, if you get sponsored by this brewing company, all you want them to pay you in is rubber ducks,
Well, either Rubber Ducks or beer or both.
not money, like actual dollars.
But then I wouldn't have to spend money on beer.
Oh my god.
Or Rubber Ducks.
Okay.
Speaking of Rubber Ducks, there's a machine at Dave & Buster's, and I discovered it last time I was there.
Okay.
And it's like a claw machine, but just for rubber ducks.
Okay.
So I went off away from my friends. I was gone for 15 minutes. I came back with 20 rubber ducks.
Jesus Christ.
Because every other thing I was winning, and the only reason I stopped was because I had to go and refill my card because I ran out of money. So
spent it on all rubber duck. Is that why when you came back from England, Nick, you gave me a freaking rubber duck?
maybe.
Yeah. So he gave me a rubber.
I actually didn't even think about that.
His souvenir, his gift for me from England is a rubber duck that's dressed in a Union Jack vest with like a little jester crown.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. But and if you guys didn't know, we actually went out of the country. I think we made an update video for them that we're going out of the country.
That was one of the main reasons we didn't record, but then
Yeah.
you got sick and I was a little
Yeah.
bit sick, and then Christmas, and then New Year's, and then here we are. It's 2025 already.
Yeah, the time goes by so fast. We thought that we were going to be back. Like, essentially, as soon as we came back from our respective countries, we were like, we're going to like dive back into this, no effort, right? We're just going to do it. Yeah, it'll be fine, right? And then essentially I got sick, right? But not only that, I think we also got a little bit tired of like doing this consistently.
No, I don't even think it was that. I think it was just everything else that was going on.
Probably.
Because, you know, the sickness, and then obviously with the holidays,
Yeah.
you know, there's so much going and seeing other people and doing things and stuff. And,
Yeah.
you know, you've got
There's
all these
so
other
many
commitments.
things going on, yeah.
That it's like trying to find the time to put aside, you know, 3 or 4
Pretty
hours
much.
even.
So,
you know.
because so I have a proposal, because like, you know, with all the holidays, right, we're probably gonna be busy again this year.
Well, it depends. I personally think that we can get ahead of ourselves this year.
But if we
Because we'll be prepared. We
okay.
might record it in July
who knows?
and just not tell anyone.
Yeah, I mean, what we recorded these on the day of.
Can you imagine if we put it out at Christmas and then something huge happens in the world and we just don't
Right? Can
reference
you
it?
imagine? Another pandemic happens.
Hey, everyone, are you ready to go outside and go and play on the beach?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's also to kind of prevent burnout, right? Cause,
That too.
Yeah, because with the amount of content that we release, just on any given week, we release content almost every day, especially with our segments, right? It's very, very time consuming, and it's also very mentally consuming.
Especially for all the traveling we have to do for Where in the World is the JavaScript
Yes,
podcast,
exactly.
you know?
Right? Exactly. And, you know, you may have noticed that since this is season 2, but I think I'm going to put it as episode 10 just to continue all of our episodes, but we're going to be marking this as season 2 since this is season 2, right? You have noticed that we have a new logo.
Woo! Shout out to Gerard for the new logo.
Thank you. And that also would constitute every other marketing piece that we have to release, right? So episode previews, I would need to change the logo for that. The episode art, I would need to change the logo for that. Everything. So that also takes a lot of time.
He's saying that as if he's not going to go home after this and get it all done before midnight.
Okay, that's
not
fair.
to put pressure on you. It's just that
I mean,
last time it happened, he was like, okay, let's not record an episode until I've done the artwork. And I went into work the next day and he was like, all right, I've done all the artwork. What do you think? And it's like, oh, so we're recording this weekend?
Just so you know, Nick, though, whenever I say that, until I've done this and that, right, it usually means that the next day I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought I had like 3 weeks to prepare, and then he's like, okay, we're ready. I was like, oh, shit.
Well,
okay. Sorry, hang on. Oh,
the good old censor button is back. Okay. But yeah, no, so...
the censor button.
Oh my god. Anyway, I knew it. I thought we were going to be able to go through an entire episode without that censor button, but I guess not.
No, it can't be happening.
It's kind of as much of a staple of this podcast as raining tacos. Isn't
Absolutely.
It? Yeah.
100%.
So,
anyway, so speaking of music.
Speaking of music,
segue into Apple Music.
Yeah, we've been rambling for like 16 minutes now.
Again, that's like 10 minutes less than we usually do. But
pretty
anyway,
much, yeah.
So what I wanted to do was I wanted to try and predict some of my artists. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go as far as do by month because who the hell knows what I was listening to in April.
Okay.
Knowing me, it could be literally anyone. I could have had, I would walk 500 miles by the Proclaimers on week, because it's me. So who knows what it's going to be. There are certain ones where I can predict December's going to be all Christmas music. Mm-hmm. March is going to be mostly Irish music because of St. Patrick's Day. Mm-hmm. So there are certain ones I can predict.
Are you going to troll me with Dropkick Murphys again?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my god.
So yeah, if I had to hazard a guess on some artists.
Okay.
Oasis is going to be up there, especially because they announced their reunion tour. So that'll be up there for sure. Mm-hmm. The Killers.
Of course, you have to listen to The Killers. Yep.
And also, I went to see them in concert, and I'm going to see them again in a couple of weeks.
Damn.
So, let me see, who else could be on there? There's a couple of artists that I discovered this year that might be on there. Just trying to think of... Because I have this habit of just adding so many songs onto my Apple Music.
Well, I was telling you, right, about like this playlist of mine that I have, like... which is like 350 plus songs.
Yeah.
And it's like over 20 something hours. Yeah, that was my road trip playlist, but now it's just sort of an overall playlist. And that playlist, I largely stopped listening to, but it's, of course, consistent of Taylor Swift, but it's also consistent of like a lot of nostalgic 2000s, like early 2000s music, like Britney Spears' Circus, for example. A lot of Kesha.
Nice. TikTok on the clock.
Yep, TikTok is on there. Years before TikTok, the app was launched. So yeah, she's the original TikTok star. Am I right?
Oh, I don't think that made a sense.
No.
There
you go. The rim shot is back. But yeah, so so there's Kesha, there's Bruno Mars, of course. Who else?
Of course.
Ed Sheeran. There's also Maroon 5. I used to be a big listener of Maroon 5. Right, I don't know why I stopped. I don't think they've released. Have they released any new music?
Not for ages.
No, right? Yeah, Adam Levine has been like quiet.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, the entire band has been quiet. There's also a lot of Queen on there.
Oh, good choice.
Yes, Queen. Because I think I had a little bit.
Apparently, they had a single in August 2003. Oh, 2023.
That's it.
But still, I mean, that's relatively recently. Yeah. I was thinking it was going to be like 2007.
That's true. I was thinking, because maybe I was thinking more like 2016, 2015, something like that. But yeah, so there's Maroon 5, there's Aha, of course, their one-hit wonder single, Take On Me. There's one song by the Goo Goo Dolls, which is Iris.
Yeah, Iris is such a good song.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of Green Day, too.
We were talking about one-hit wonders. That would be considered a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, that's
Goo Goo
what
Dolls had other songs, but Iris is their
peak.
number one.
Yeah. So, could Lorde be considered a one-hit wonder? No, because she has like several songs that went
and plus
viral, right?
She's still only like 24. So she's got a lot of time
That's true.
left.
Has she been releasing any new
Goo Goo
music?
Dolls is about 70.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
do you want a music-related joke?
Okay, let's do it.
So the lead singer of Nickelback,
Oh,
So he loves performing in Christmas pageants. So he's been one of the three kings. He's been Joseph. He's even been the innkeeper. Never made it as a wise man.
I have another music-related joke for you, Nick. That just reminded me of a classic music-related joke. I'm sure everyone has heard it before. I'm sure everyone has heard it before. I'm going to tell it. So have you heard of the 45-cent concert?
Yep.
Yeah, it was 50 Cent featuring Nickelback. Oh my God. Thank you.
The live studio audience loves it.
Absolutely. And I think that was the first like actual pun that I've told, like intentionally at least. An established pun.
Yeah, it's not like me where I tell them every other 5 seconds.
Pretty much. Sometimes I accidentally tell puns and then you point them out, right? But this is the first time I've been like, I have a joke for you. That reminds me of the skeleton. I have a joke for you. What is a skeleton's favorite snack? Ribs! Spare ribs! No. Anyway, let's stop like getting super sidetracked. It's the nature of this podcast. That's just how it is.
Speaking of your podcast that you had, so this is the podcast that I have, the playlist. It's because we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. Oh, you have
And
a
the pod
separate
mic is here.
podcast. Yeah.
So I have
Shout out to Nick's other podcast called Rosette.
which we haven't recorded an episode for that for ages either.
Yeah.
for the same reasons as we just gave.
Pretty much.
So this is my recently added playlist, and the reason I did that is because one of the faults of Apple Music is that their recently added doesn't go in order. It mixes it all over the place. But I like to listen to them in the order that I've added them.
Okay.
So to give you an idea of how far back this goes.
So you don't like ever shuffle your playlist?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
But like if I've added 15 songs, I want to listen to those 15, like in the
order.
order that I've added them.
Okay.
So, and I can put the playlist on. I need to stop bloody saying podcast.
Yeah.
The playlist on, and I can just go to the first one of the ones that I've added and just listen to them in order.
Of the podcast.
Indeed. So, to give you an idea of when I started this playlist, Everybody Hates Me by the Chainsmokers is the first song.
Oh, Chainsmokers is a good choice. Okay.
Let's scroll down. I'm still scrolling.
Oh my God.
So this
How many
has
songs does this playlist have?
1,386 songs.
Jeez, and I thought my 300 plus song playlist was massive. God.
77 hours and 37 minutes.
What are
music.
you doing, Nick? Why do you need a podcast, a playlist?
See, it starts. It's spreading. It's spreading.
That's over 3 days long.
Well, you never know. What if I just, I get kidnapped and they're like, all right, you can have one playlist.
That gives you 3 days, I guess.
Absolutely.
Who knows? Okay.
I've got 3 days to figure out how to escape before they try and kill me.
While you're listening to music. I guess, yeah, you can also focus while you're listening to music. Who knows?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's my playlist.
That's crazy.
One artist I did want to shout out that I recently discovered, and I'm sorry for whichever of my friends told me about this artist because I can't remember who it was.
Okay.
But they're called Inzo.
Okay.
And what genre are they considered? They're considered dance, but they got the rights to Stephen Hawking. And like his speeches.
Okay.
So they'll do like an EDM track, but have a Stephen Hawking speech over the top of it.
Okay.
So my favorite song by them is called The Overthinker, and it has a speech by Stephen Hawking about how like you shouldn't overthink situations.
So is it like
Really cool.
I can only imagine what it's like. So let me think. So is Stephen Hawking like going like it's the end of the universe. Dun, 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 dun.
No, actually. Because that's what I was thinking. When I was told, I was like, this is going to be really silly.
Okay.
And then I listened to it and I was like, holy shit, this is... Oh, sorry. Holy this
We're
is
long
really...
past that now. Okay. Can you like play a snippet of it?
Of course.
You think? Okay. Let's see. Let's hear. Because this is a podcast.
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions.
See?
That's really nice.
It's much more poignant than I than I was picking it up for.
Yeah, because so it's very much like sort of lo-fi / documentary / like relaxing music. Like
Absolutely.
because I don't know if you've seen like any of the like relaxing stuff on YouTube where they show like I don't know like deep space, and then there's like music playing in the background.
Absolutely.
It sounds kind of like that. It's like like this relaxing.
Do you know what it reminds me of? And this
Feels
is
like
going
you're floating in space.
This is going to be showing my age again.
Okay.
And you might actually not know what this is.
Okay.
Do you remember the Windows Media Player visualization screen?
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
How
good.
dare you?
Well, here's the thing. Sometimes I'll bring something up from 2008, and you're like, I don't remember that. I mean, to be fair, you were 3 months old at the time, but still, like,
Ouch.
so. But like, I tell people about that, and they're like, "What the hell was the Windows Media Player visualization screen?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about?"
I'm familiar. That was the time that you were having a midlife crisis.
Exactly. I had just retired when that happened.
Yes, you did. Yeah. So why are you still working now if you just retired? Oh, Jesus. Was your social security benefits not enough?
Denied.
Denied. Yeah, your 401k did not
Indeed.
collect anything. No.
So that's what it reminds me of. Is that sort of
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember that. And I don't know how it was. It like, is it AI? I know AI did not like really exist in prominence back in 2008, but like, it feels like every little pattern that the Windows Media Player had matches the music exactly.
Yeah.
Like, is that predetermined or is that like
I'm not sure. I'd never really understood how it worked, but I thought it was cool.
Windows, Microsoft, Bill Gates. If you
want to sponsor us and tell us how it works,
we will take maybe $1 million, please. Just a small loan of $1 million.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, just $1 million.
it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So anyway,
So
we're 26 minutes in and I still haven't clicked on my replay yet.
do it now, or else we'll never get to it.
So I've clicked on it. Mm-hmm. This is your replay.
This is your replay.
Okay.
Okay.
So do I want to play my highlight reel or do I just want to see what my...
Let's see your top artists first.
God.
Yeah.
So...
Ooh, who's your top artist? Now I'm curious.
Top artist out of 1,398 artists.
Uh-huh.
Top artist was Oasis. I was
of course
right.
it is.
But here's the thing. So how you had like 140,000 minutes with Taylor Swift?
Yes.
I only had 363 minutes on Oasis.
You heathen.
And that's my top artist. But then my second top artist was the Lumineers. Mm-hmm. And I had 132 minutes on it. I think what this says is that I have a very varied listening pattern. Because then it goes down to Coldplay at 126.
Coldplay is a good choice.
Then Keane, Keane. Somewhere only we know.
Ooh, I'm not too familiar with that.
Right, got to go back to the music. I'm going to show you.
Okay. Are you going to play it?
Yeah, but I have to go into YouTube because I didn't want to ruin the...
Are we going to get copyright strike for this?
Maybe. We'll see.
It's fine. It's fine. We play Raining Tacos all the time.
Exactly. It'll be fine. Yeah, let me just get to a point in there because that's the music video, so there's like applause.
Okay, let's hear it. Oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah, now I knew. Yeah.
So you know that. Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I listen to music, but like I don't. I mean, I've been employing the use of Shazam like a lot more nowadays, especially with the new iPhone update, incorporating Shazam into like the utilities, which listens to music and tells you what it is.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's just like playing as you're passing by, you can have Shazam.
is so cool.
Yeah.
And
Shazam is useful.
I love that I have Shazam on my watch.
Yeah.
Because I don't even have to take my phone out.
Oh, yeah.
I can just click the button on my watch.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's so useful.
Yeah, so it's very convenient, right? But back in the olden days, back in my day, when Shazam was not a thing yet, I didn't really bother because I know that I'm probably either if it's playing like in a popular place like a restaurant or something, I know I'm probably gonna hear it again one of these days. So I'll just keep listening to it, but I didn't have the urge to like look it up.
Well, here's a story about that. So there's a song by an artist called Jack Johnson.
Okay.
It's called Sitting, Waiting, Wishing. Mm-hmm. And I heard it, so I don't know if you remember this, but before trailers in the cinema, they used to play music videos.
They did?
Yeah.
Damn, how long ago was this?
About 47 years ago.
So when you were 60, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but this was sort of early 2000s. Mm-hmm. But it was one of those things where it was like, you were getting dropped off at the cinema by your parents, and you get dropped off like an hour before the film was due to start.
Did people used to do that? They
Sometimes,
get
yeah.
dropped
Or,
off
like,
an hour before?
If you were walking to the cinema, being teenagers or like
Dude,
sort of 10 or 11, you just like run.
Dude, sometimes I get to the cinema like 5 minutes after the showing
Oh
because
yeah,
I know there's still trailers.
because I know
yeah.
that there's going to be 452 hours of trailers.
Yeah.
But no, there was like 3 trailers. So if you didn't get there before it started, you didn't have
true.
a lot of time before it started. So we used to get there, get the snacks and everything, and then go and watch the music videos.
Okay.
And this Jack Johnson song came on.
Yeah.
It took me 2 years to find this song. Because I couldn't remember the lyrics. Because I'd sat there and watched an entire film and then got home and everything. And then I was trying to figure out what the song was.
Why didn't you look it up on your iPhone with Shazam?
Because it was 2002. And I had a pay-as-you-go Virgin Mobile flip-up phone.
Oh my god. Okay.
So, but yeah, I heard it in a PF Chang's. And I was like rushing to write down some of the lyrics so that when I got home I could Google it and figure out what the name of the song was.
Google existed
And my
back in
parents,
your
well, it was
time?
probably Bing.
Yeah.
But my parents were both like, what are you doing? Why have you gone crazy? Why are you scribbling on the back of this napkin?
Okay.
So, anyway.
Damn.
So yeah, and then the last artist on my top 5 is a band called the Cover Sets.
Okay.
And they're a local band in Manchester.
Oh, I thought you were going to say local band in Las Vegas.
No, I think they are. I hope that they're not my my friend's kids' band. Like, just make sure.
Right? Can you imagine?
I don't think they are.
It's just a family band.
Let's just make sure.
I know some. Do some of our friends have bands? Because like I think I heard mentioning that has a band.
Really?
Yeah, something like that. Or does he have a band himself?
If he has a band, he's never told me about it.
I know that your friend, the other podcast, has a band. I think we can say his name, right?
Eduardo. Yeah,
Eduardo.
Because he's pretty known on that podcast. That's his name.
Pretty much, yeah. Can you imagine if one day we just brought him onto our podcast and we started talking about football? We have considered it, like where we discuss like a topic that you don't know about, the other person doesn't know a lot about.
And then it's not that. My friend's kids' band is a different band. I was going to say, if I shouted out the wrong band and didn't give them the credit, that would be awful.
But yeah, so we discussed for a while that we wanted to do like, discussing a topic that the other person, the other host does not know a lot of things about.
So it'd be like if Gerard did a podcast about Broadway musicals. Because I don't know a lot about musicals, so he could educate me.
And if you did a podcast episode about football.
Exactly.
Right, because I don't know a lot about just sports in general. I'm a what do you call that? A person who doesn't like to watch sports.
A heathen.
A heathen. The devil himself, yeah. I know. Wow, that was quite the verbiage that you just
Sorry, I had to get it off my chest.
Okay.
So,
man, those are some words that you can't take back. Jesus Christ.
Top 5 songs. So this year I've played 2,474 total songs.
Okay.
The number 1 song, unsurprisingly, was the song for the European Championships.
Oh my god. That's like if my number 1 song was the first Doctor Who theme.
Right?
Yeah.
But then again, I only played it 7 times apparently, which that can't be right because I'm sure I had it on repeat. So I think they're going a little bit crazy. Maybe 7 times a day.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
So the next one is "Good People" by Mumford & Sons. It was a good song. I didn't realize I played it that many times.
Dude,
but it was a good song.
I haven't heard anything from Mumford & Sons in a
Since
while.
The Cave.
It's like, what was one of their like? They had a one-hit wonder song. I remember specifically.
It was The Cave.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Man, but yeah, I oh my god, that name like just screams something in my head, right? Like this band, right? But you just haven't heard them in a while.
So the next one, is a meme song.
It's not Raining Tacos?
No.
Okay.
Do you remember the German spaghetti song?
The what now?
So it's a song in German about how spaghetti is the best thing in the world.
Why do you think that I know a German song?
Because I could have sworn I showed it to everyone that I knew.
Okay.
I'm going to play a bit.
Let's hear. What the hell?
Die Spaghetti Bolognese ist die längste Nudel der Welt und sie zieht sich immer weiter über.
What the fuck?
Die Spaghetti Bolognese, die gefällt nicht nur der Froni. Nein, 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 sondern auch dem Rigatoni.
I'm sorry.
That is my number 3. Like, if you look to your right, Gerard, that is my number 3 best most played song of 2024.
That new intro alert is spaghetti bolognese.
We've moved on from lunch to dinner.
Yes, we moved on from tacos to spaghetti bolognese.
Nine.
Dude, can you imagine we just play a different meme song every episode? That would lose the spirit of the tacos, I think. But
Yeah.
but it would be so hilarious if one day, just unexpectedly, we just troll people. You know, like it's kind of like Rickrolling people, right? But with spaghetti bolognese.
We should do It's Raining Spaghetti Bolognese.
Just a remix. We can do that actually, right? We can try to remix some stuff here. But anyway, so oh my god.
So hey, let's because the last 2 songs is Foster the People song, which isn't surprising. I love Foster
Of course,
the People.
Foster the
And
People.
the last one is Rock and Roll Star by Oasis. Again, not
There
surprising.
you go. Yeah.
So let's see. So January. I want to see, how did you get to your bit where it showed like your monthly thing?
You just kind of scroll down, I think.
Let's have a look.
There's also like it should like be in your like summary or something.
So
Uh-oh.
my top artist. in
Uh-oh, he's
January.
laughing. Uh-oh.
Well, because this artist is going to take a lot of explaining. That's the reason why.
Okay.
So it's an Irish band
Okay. Dropkick Murphys, yes. I'm familiar.
called Goats Don't Shave.
Okay, is that referring to like their little beard?
Probably.
Okay.
So they released a new album in January, and that's why I was listening to it.
Okay.
But one of their most famous songs, this is from like the late 80s, and it was called Las Vegas in the Hills of Donegal, and it was about how
I'm sorry.
they were sick of the world and they were just going to boarding off Donegal with the Berlin Wall and build their own Las Vegas.
Oh my god.
So
that is okay. So that's a very literal title. You know how like other songs have meaningful and very literal.
yeah.
I like how like just like no bullshit.
Nope.
Right.
Gets in and does what it says on the tin.
Yep. Exactly.
So top song was Lead Me On by Fletcher.
Okay.
And then top album was The Rusty Razor, which is the album by the Goats Don't Shave.
Okay.
February. Let's see. What's February? Top artist, The Last Dinner Party. I remember that because I discovered them and then I couldn't stop listening to them. So their album, Prelude to Ecstasy.
That already sounds really good.
And
Is
then-
that also a literal title?
I think so. And I mean, if you look at the album art.
So they're taking ecstasy?
Oh, can I go to the album art? It won't let me.
Okay.
I'll show you the album art later.
Okay,
But it's
sure.
very like Renaissance painting. Like that kind of thing. So
Nice.
And then the top song, I can't remember it, but it was a German song. So it must have been when I was in one of my German moods again.
Spaghetti bolognese. Now I can't get that out of my head. Why can't I get that out of my head?
In March, spaghetti bolognese.
Why is it? My question is, why is it German? Why is it not Italian? That
Who
sounds like
knows?
something that an Italian would do. They would be very proud of of their spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah.
Right.
So top artist was the Cover Sets. That was the Manchester band that I was talking about. Spaghetti bolognese.
Again?
No, we're still in March.
Okay.
The top album was Loss of Life by MGMT. There's another throwback. Do you remember
Damn.
MGMT?
Oh, yes, I do.
Kids by MGMT.
Yes.
Or Electric Feel.
Oh my God. It's been a long time since I listened to them, but I do remember that. Yeah.
Ooh, April was an interesting month.
Okay.
So top artist was AJR. I don't know if you know who they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know AJR.
Brilliant
I li-
live if you
Yes.
ever get the opportunity.
I saw one of the clips in their concerts where like some like light fell from the stage, but it was actually like a
Oh, it was
prelude to their
part of the
song.
show. Oh,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Their concert clips on TikTok is just very
so
interesting.
good.
Love it.
and especially when
I
they're
would
here.
love to go to one.
I saw them at the
Think of the
Chelsea.
endless possibilities that they could have playing at the Sphere.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to get them there,
Right?
because that would be incredible.
Well, the Eagles are there
That's true.
soon, I think. Yeah. So
But yeah, watching them here, because they were able to get the Blue Man Group to actually perform, and one of their
Nice.
songs has the Blue Man Group in the music video.
are you sure they're not
So-
just the Blue Man Group? AJR is just the Blue Man Group. Yeah.
I would say I've never seen them in the same place at the same time, but I have because they were at the concert. So,
Okay.
and then top song and top album were both by Girl in Red.
Oh,
So
that's a curveball.
yeah. So
Okay.
the album was "I'm Doing It Again, Baby" with an exclamation mark, and the top song was "I'm Back."
What's next? Chaperone? You're listening
Well,
to
let's have
Good
a
Luck,
look.
Babe? Like,
Let's see what happened in May.
or Pink
May.
Pony Club, or Feminamenon?
Well,
Feminamenon? Is that what it's called?
I don't know what you're talking about. He's gone
know what
crazy,
I'm
listeners.
No,
So-
I haven't gone crazy.
He
You've
was
gone
already crazy.
Yeah.
The voices in my head have told me that you've gone crazy. So in May, top artist was Keen, since we were talking about Keen
Yep.
earlier. Well, their album, which was re-released.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember this song, but it's got a very GTA look about it. So I have a feeling it's something to do with GTA
Oh, Simmer Down.
by Casper Welsh.
Yeah, it does look like it's either probably like something in GTA, or it's just the cover art, like that, like they're just
Yeah.
copy. Let's hear like a snippet of
gonna
it.
say
You want to
let's-
hear?
yeah. If it let me play it. Come on. It's not letting me play it. I'll have to do it on YouTube.
Damn.
Once you're in the replay, it won't let you actually...
See, that's one of the issues that Apple Music, I think, needs to fix. I think on Spotify, you can play it while you're looking through your replay. Spotify users, let us know, because we don't know.
Okay, here we go. Let's...
Okay, let's hear it.
Simmer down, let me know the backside. With some part of me, she do me many sexual favors. I fell in love with the cake. Don't you know I'm a 5-star? Young flare.
That sounds like something that you would hear on like a GTA radio.
I remember him. He's the Irish rapper. That's where
Oh.
I remember. Yeah.
Okay.
I do remember him now. That makes sense. And listening
mean-
to the song, I could hear that in GTA. Very GTA.
I hear it in
So-
like one of the radio stations. Like, have you heard on TikTok like the DJ Cara shit that they've done?
No, I don't think
So,
so.
Cara Delevingne voiced DJ Cara in GTA, one of the radios in virtual radios in GTA, and people have made memes about the unhinged shit that she's said. But also they've done some AI generated ones, so you can just hear Cara Delevingne
Saying all sorts of things.
all sorts of like awful jokes. I'll show you like after we record this
Please do.
episode. Yeah. So, but yeah.
So going into June.
Yeah, so speed it up because we're at 42
So
minutes.
top artist. No, we can go for another hour and a half.
Nope.
So top artist was the Decemberists.
Okay.
And that's because they had an album out, which was my top album.
So why is that not in December?
Because they released it in June.
Okay.
Christmas in July, almost, kind of. Sort
Damn.
of. Nearly
Okay.
there.
Moving on to July.
And then, well, the top song was the song that we talked about earlier, the Euro song.
Okay.
Called Fire.
uh-huh.
Because July was when the Euros happened, so I'm surprised that it wasn't in July. But top artist,
In
Davin,
July.
Davvn.
Davvn.
Oh, I remember this song, BRBTTYL. Be right back, talk to you later.
That's very like was it like wasn't there like a song called like XOXO Gossip Girl or whatever the fuck it's
Probably.
called? Yeah.
And then the top song was Freed from Desire by Carla.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you know that song?
No, I don't think so. Why?
So I was listening to it because there's an England song about one of the players
Okay.
to this tune.
Okay. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, you'll know it.
Okay. Okay. Getting familiar.
My lover's got no money, he's got his trunk.
I got it. Oh my god.
So I kept listening to that song in July because of
in
the Euros.
July.
Yeah. So into
And it
August.
helps you calm down during the heat.
Oh, August must have been the time when they announced the Oasis reunion because top artist, song, and album were all Oasis.
Okay. Fair.
September, still Oasis is the top artist.
Okay. October. My birth month, so you better be careful.
Top album was the new album by the Snow Patrol.
Why is it not Taylor Swift?
Yeah, whatever. Going into October, Oh, so October was skewed because of that the birthday
I thought
party.
you just mentioned what October was.
No, that was September.
Oh, okay. Now you got me
Pay
confused.
attention.
That's why I asked why is it not Taylor Swift, because that was my birth month, and obviously you should be appreciating the ground that you walk on.
You do get referenced in this, because do you remember at your birthday when I was playing music and you had to guess what the artist was?
Yeah.
That artist is my top played because I played it so
Oh
much.
my
that
god.
night.
Oh yeah, I
So-
remember. So
Yeah.
we got to do this on the podcast one of these days. But if like once we're able to like integrate a lot more people into the podcast, but we played a game during my birthday party over at a friend's house where Nick played what was it, like this band that
Yeah, they're called Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. And what they do is they play modern songs, so they'll play like TikTok by Kesha, but they'll play it in like a 1930s style.
Tick tock on the clock.
Yeah, exactly.
like that.
Like jazz or like swing or something like that. And they'll usually have the gender of the artist reversed.
Swapped,
so
yeah.
like if it's a male singer, normally a female will sing and vice versa.
Yeah, and we had to guess what song it was, and I was killing it until our friend's boyfriend came out, and then he just absolutely demolished me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
I was so ashamed.
So anyway, on to November.
Okay.
November was the Lumineers.
Ooh, fancy.
So top artist and top album. And then it was obviously starting to get to Christmas. Because Straight No Chasers 12 Days of Christmas,
Oh, of course.
which is brilliant if you haven't seen it. It's absolutely fantastic. And then apparently I didn't listen to enough music in December.
Oh.
Which I'm assuming is because I was traveling. So
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
I was also listening
You were
to a lot more
traveling, you were
podcasts.
working, you had a lot of things to
Exactly.
do. Yeah.
I was traveling, so I wasn't listening to music because I was visiting family.
Yeah.
And I was listening to podcasts because I'd pre-downloaded them.
Okay.
So I didn't need the Wi-Fi.
Were you listening to our podcast?
Of course.
Of course.
Why do you think we've all now got 5,000 views on all of our... I'm just kidding.
As if. No, that's never going to happen. I don't think. No, I'm just kidding.
It'll happen.
But
It'll happen.
One of
Don't be
these
silly.
days. Anyway, well, that was a lot of fun going through
Absolutely.
your Spotify Wrapped
Especially because it's spaghetti bolognese.
spaghetti. You know what? I think that's the best thing that you ever introduced me to. And literally, you guys, I did not know about that song until just now. This is the beauty of this and the unpredictability of this podcast. It's because I learn new things, right? And Nick introduces me to new memes, right? That is now stuck in my head.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
But anyways, what is your question for this week, Nicholas? Did you
Ooh.
remember that you had a question of the week every week?
Of
Of course you did.
I've got two questions.
Okay.
One, what was your version of spaghetti bolognese? What was
Oh my
your random song? Because yours was Godzilla by Eminem.
Yeah.
But what was
That one was
what
a
was everyone
surprise.
else's like random song that appeared in their top? It could be an artist, could be a song, could be an album. The other question,
Meme album, something like
yeah,
that.
whatever, whatever. You know, did you listen to the Home Alone soundtrack the whole of December just because it was coming up to Christmas? Like,
Ooh.
because the other one, and I'm surprised it didn't come up on December, was I was listening to the Muppets Christmas Carol soundtrack, and I'm
my
surprised
God.
that one didn't come up.
You didn't listen to it enough, I don't
Apparently
think.
not.
Yeah.
So, but the other question is, since the Germans asked the question, is spaghetti bolognese the greatest noodle in the world?
Oh my God. Okay. Is spaghetti bolognese.
Because that's the lyric. Where is spaghetti bolognese is the best noodle in the Welt? That means is the best noodle in the world.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
So, what do you think? Is it the best noodle in the world?
Well, anything with angel hair pasta, I will devour. Anything, right? Especially if it's a spaghetti bolognese.
Well, spaghetti and angel hair are two different types of pasta.
Well, they look similar.
They do look similar, but angel hair is a lot thinner.
That's true. Well, I
It's as
okay.
thin as the hair of an angel.
Yeah, I did try like this angel hair pasta with chicken piccata in a Cheesecake Factory. It was nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. I like this lemony citrusy stuff.
Fair.
So anything with angel hair pasta that's like lemony and citrusy, I will eat.
Fair.
Yeah.
See, I I just love pasta, but if we're talking about pasta, I'm more of a fan of like pen pasta or penne pasta.
Yeah.
But it would probably be like lo mein noodles if I was going to go for like the best noodle in the world.
That's fair.
There's a restaurant in England called Wagamama's, and they have a
shout out to them. Please
shout out to
sponsor it.
Wagamama's. The number 42 is yaki udon.
Okay.
Oh, it's not lo mein noodles, udon noodles.
Oh yeah, the big
And
fluffy ones. Yeah.
Combination udon. Oh my god, is amazing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, tell us your favorite pasta in the
Absolutely.
comments, and
your random song.
and the
artist
random
or
song.
album.
Yes. We wish you all a happy New Year. We hope
Absolutely.
you had a great holiday season, and I know that the what was the comment on our Instagram about like what was it oh my god, your friend's comment
Do I need to go to Instagram? Because I can't remember.
from our latest post, the error 404 one, oh my god.
He wasn't prepared.
I was not prepared. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's here.
Oh, the withdrawal is real.
The withdrawal is real. So, well, we're not going to make you guys suffer any more withdrawal. The JavaScript is back,
Absolutely.
and we will see you again. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will see you guys again
Next
week.
Absolutely.
Nick, play us out.